this guy has retweet. Just little tweets.
Like that's what I'm saying right there. Like watching you stumble your way through these sentences is painful.
It's fine. Yeah, great. I think you just wanted to. Yeah, whatever.
Exhibit A.
I got better. I said I got.
Yo!
I said sue me.
Get this man a glass of water.
Dillon Danis might actually be one of the biggest losers we have ever seen. So I'm sure most of the people watching this video remember the Dillon Danis and Logan Paul fight that happened about 8 months ago and all of the fun stuff that happened leading up to the actual fight. I made a 40-minute long video breaking down the entire situation if you want to get refreshed on it. But basically, leading up to the Logan Paul and Dillon Danis fight, Dillon Danis was posting multiple pictures a day of Logan Paul's fiance with other men. And it got ridiculous. There was probably hundreds of photos of Logan Paul's girl on Dillon Danis' Twitter by the end of it. And honestly, I found it pretty funny until Dillon Danis went out there and put up probably the worst fight we've ever seen in boxing history. And although I am willing to admit, I was one of the idiots that thought Dillon Danis would actually win the fight. And I can also admit, like I said before, I thought him posting pictures of Logan Paul's girlfriend was absolutely hilarious. When he went out there and gave the performance that he gave, it really just made him look like the biggest bitch in the world. And although we all knew that Dillon Danis was a fucking loser, I still thought that those pictures he posted of Nina were real. At least that was until a few days ago. So after the embarrassing performance Dillon Danis had in the fight, his career took a fucking nosedive. Honestly, he probably had one of the biggest fall-offs we have ever seen. And over the past 8 months since the fight, he has definitely done his best to try to come back, but it's just shot down every single time because nobody can forget how much he hyped up that fight just for him to go out there and get his ass kicked. But his most recent attempt at getting the spotlight back on him might have honestly been the nail in the coffin for his career. So a couple of days ago, the former YouTuber Steve Will Do It posted this on Twitter. He said, "Should I start a meme coin? Translation is I'm broke, lol. I'm not against meme coins, just seeing people like old rappers get into it and fake MMA fighters, it means you're broke." Which at first doesn't really seem like a shot at Dillon Danis, but once you realize that literally the day before Steve posted that tweet, Danis also posted a tweet saying coin coming soon, you can probably put 2 and 2 together and realize there's probably a pretty good chance that Steve was taking a shot at Dillon Danis right there. But whether that was the case or not, clearly Dillon Danis felt some type of way because he responded to that tweet saying, "Ask your fiance how broke I am, bitch." And he posted 2 pictures to go along with this tweet. And at first glance, you might be thinking, damn, Dillon Danis did it again. Why the fuck do all these girls want to hang out with this downy? We'll never know. But if you actually take a closer look at these pictures, you'll notice that something is a little bit off here. Taking a look at the first picture, honestly, it looks pretty legit. If you just looked at this picture, you would probably assume that these are real. The only thing I could say here is Dillon Danis looks a little bit weird. It honestly does look like his face was taken from a different picture and then put here. But for the most part, I would say that this probably looks pretty legit until you go ahead and look at the second picture that he posted. So like the first picture, at just a quick glance, this definitely looks pretty real. But if you take a closer look, you'll notice that something is a little bit off in this picture. If you look down at Dillon Danis' arm, you'll notice that that shit just doesn't look right. I'll go ahead and circle it and show you guys on the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But you can very clearly see that his arm right there is photoshopped. And obviously, if Dillon Danis is willing to photoshop one picture, he's probably willing to photoshop a whole lot more, which brings into question the legitimacy of all the pictures that he posted of Logan Paul's fiance. But we'll get more into that in a second because Dillon Danis wasn't just done with posting these pictures. So deadass 20 minutes after he posted those pictures, he came back with another tweet. It says, "Think I hit a nerve? I'm not even gonna go in on him. Kid obviously has one brain cell." And it shows DMs between him and Steve, or I guess the messages that Steve sent him, I should say. They say, "Mr. Cry, boo-hoo, you cried to Selena so pathetic. pathetic. You're a bitch, bro. See me in real life, I dare you. You're a pussy. You're a black belt broke loser. Congrats, you can wrestle. You're broke and no one likes you. Good luck being in the UFC, loser. LOL. See me in real life and try. You're too broke to fuck with me. I don't care, you can jujitsu. You're way too much of a loser to fuck with me. You cry like a baby because you're broken inside. So whether these pictures are real or not, clearly fucking Steve fell for it because bro is absolutely livid. But at the same time, how do we know that these messages are even real? It's really hard to believe anything Dillon Danis says when we know he's willing to Photoshop pictures just to try to prove a point. But Dillon Danis would actually continue. He quickly tweets this out. This kid is threatening me with not getting into the UFC because he's close with Dana. How does anyone think this kid is cool? Oh, I forgot he's not. He just pays everyone with gifts so they keep him around. And then he continues to show the messages. Steve says, I can wrestle, cool, LOL. I can buy a Bugatti, way cooler than being able to tap someone out because you can't even get into the UFC. Now it's impossible, I promise. Good luck. Now, if these messages are real, I'm not going to lie, they make Steve look like a big ol' bitch. Nobody is more annoying than somebody who has money, and that's their entire personality. Jack Dougherty is the perfect example of how fucking annoying this type of person can be.
Who is he? He makes more money than you. So this is about the whole Darwin Núñez situation, but I actually disagree with this comment. All right, so if you look up Darwin Núñez's net worth on Google, it says $3 million. And then if you look up my net worth on Google, it says $60 million. But yeah, I mean, he humbled me pretty hard. I mean, I think my life is over, man. I don't know what to do anymore.
But at the same time, Dillon Danis gotta be fucking delusional if he thinks he's going into the UFC. There's no way he thinks this little beef between him and Steve is the reason that he's not getting in. Bro, we all saw the fight. We all saw you get your ass kicked. That's why you're not getting into the UFC. Honestly, the UFC might be afraid that you're gonna sue them after you go in there and lose all your brain cells. You're gonna go in there and get put in a fucking coma. Nobody wants to see a UFC Dillon Danis fight. That's why you're not in the UFC. If people wanted to see it, if people would pay for it, you would be there.
See that being asked a lot. Dillon Danis in the UFC. Is that something that you'd ever entertain?
I don't know. Do you think he should be?
And of course, Dillon Danis does what Dillon Danis does, and he continues to try to poke the bear. He says, talk to your man Selena. He has no brain cells and is drunk. I want an apology video of him on his knees begging, or else I will keep going. And if you thought Dillon Danis was done, of course he's not. He continues by posting a screenshot showing that Steve actually deleted the original tweet that started this entire beef. And he said, that boy folded faster than a chair. Now honestly, I'm not entirely sure why Steve deleted the tweet, because he was right. He was 100% right in that tweet. The only reason Dillon Danis is so fucking mad is because Dillon Danis is trying to start a coin too. But I'm going to assume that Steve probably actually was drunk when he tweeted that out, and he was drunk when he was messaging Dillon Danis, and that's probably why he ended up deleting the tweets. Now, in between him trying to beef with Steve, he was posting shit on his Twitter like, I'm about to jump on at Meta Winners with half an ETH and a dream. Drop your ETH address. I'll pick up a couple people to join me. Must be following me to win. Winners will be posted. Or stuff like, cooking up something insane right now. I need your SOL wallets. Drop them ASAP. So clearly Dillon Danis isn't just doing this in an attempt to get the spotlight back on him, but he's trying to fucking scam people. And then finally, at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I think Dillon Danis lives on the East Coast, so like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, Dillon Danis finally makes his last post about Steve. He says, I stood up for Selena when he was abusing her and beating her. I have dozens of messages. Unlike you making false allegations, I actually have proof for everything I say. And then he shows the messages between him and Steve. Starts off with him, it's not even about her. Then Steve says, in high school she cheated on me. It took me having money for her to be loyal. What's it about then? I'm not trying to fight with someone that I considered a friend. I'm not going around speaking bad about you. Yes, you are. Me to Briella, bro, you're listening to a girl. Bro, you don't know what you said about me. Like, how can you just listen to a girl and believe everything? Want a screenshot? No, because whatever I said was because I was mad you were with Selena. So like, that doesn't concern me. I'm so past that. I'm not gonna sit here and be judged or ridiculed about something I said because I was mad a guy was with my ex. You acting like you didn't start this, and then it finishes by saying, bro, I did start this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if these messages are real, real, this makes both Steve and Dillon Danis look so bad. The line that really gets me is, in high school she cheated on me, it took me having money for her to be loyal. Like, bro, what? But again, if these messages are real, Dillon Danis looks like a weirdo for posting them. This is very clearly a private conversation between two, I guess you could say, friends that you definitely shouldn't be posting. But not only that, this is very clearly a past conversation. So if these are real, that means Dillon Danis went back to their messages to find this and post it on Twitter, or he's been holding on to the screenshot the entire time. Either way, it's just a weird thing for a grown man to do. But again, that's just assuming that these messages are real. But considering we know at least one of those pictures Dillon Danis had with Selena is fake, I just have a hard time believing that these messages are real too. But also, the way that Steve is talking in these messages correlates to the way he was talking in all of the messages, so either they are real, or whoever is making these fake messages is really fucking good at it. But also again, considering one of those pictures of Selena was fake, I can't even imagine how many pictures he faked of Nina, which is Logan Paul's fiance. I'm not exaggerating when I say he was posting 10 plus pictures a day of Nina with a different dude. There's no way all 10 of those were fucking real, looking back on it, which means he was either spending the time photoshopping all of those pictures, which I highly doubt it, or he was paying someone money or multiple people money to photoshop all of those pictures just for him to go out there and actually get his ass kicked. He got fucked up by Logan Paul. It was a completely embarrassing fight. Not only that, but he's still getting sued by Logan Paul and Nina. He's probably gonna have to pay them money in the future. So not only did he pay this person all this money to get pictures of Nina, he also lost the fight, which really killed his career, and he's probably gonna have to give them money through court. And if you know anything about Logan Paul, you know he likes money. He's probably gonna sue the fucking shit out of Dillon Danis. Just hours before he posted pictures of Selena, he tweeted this on Twitter. He said, "This lawsuit with Nina and Logan will be the most insane Netflix documentary one day. You guys have no idea what's going on behind the scenes with this thing right now. Fucking insane." The only thing that's fucking insane is you, bro. Honestly, boys, it's been 8 months since the Logan Paul and Dillon Danis fight, and I still, for the life of me, have no fucking clue what Dillon Danis was thinking. All that shit he was talking leading up to the fight, all the pictures he was posting of Nina, we were all hyped up. We thought we were about to get the fucking fight of the century, bro. And then he goes out there and doesn't even throw a punch at Logan. Maybe Logan really was taking steroids, and those punches were so strong, it just fucking discombobulated Danis. Honestly, I'm not sure, but if Dillon Danis ever thought or hoped that his career could ever get back to where it was, I really think this little interaction that he just had with Steve really was the nail in the coffin. With that being said though, boys, right there is where I'm going to end the video. I know this video is really short compared to a lot of the videos I've uploaded recently, but I'm really hoping to get more content out for you guys, at least one video a week, if not multiple. And every once in a while, I'll probably need to upload a shorter video in order for me to do that, as I can't upload 20 to 30 minute videos every single week. It is just me making these videos. I don't have someone editing for me or finding video ideas for me like a lot of YouTubers do. It's just me, and because of that, it does take me usually around 2 weeks to make a 30-minute video. But if you boys are okay with seeing shorter content every once in a while, I should be able to get a video out every single week, again, if not multiple videos. And right now, that's my plan. That's what I really want to do. So just let me know. If this video does good, you'll probably see a lot more videos from me in the near future. Also, I know I posted last week that I was gonna upload a 30-minute plus video this weekend, but this whole situation happened and I really wanted to talk about it, but also I need a little bit more time on that video. So that video will be coming out next weekend 100%, probably expect it Friday. Thank you boys so much for the support. As usual, you guys are insane. I appreciate you so much. By the time you're watching this video, I should be at 22,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. 30K on the way. Hopefully we can hit 100K by the end of the year. That is my goal, and I honestly think we can do it. Thank you guys so much for watching the content though. I appreciate you more than you even know, honestly, and I will see you boys in the next one.